Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Making cookie. Ah! I knew that was gonna happen. Hi everyone, my name is Stormi the Folf, and I hope you all had a wonderful Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, still, I hope you've all had a wonderful December. But yeah, before I begin my New Year's resolution speech for 2019, let's go back to last year's video and see if I fulfilled any of my previous resolutions. While I do feel like I made a lot of achievements and accomplishments this year, mostly on my YouTube channel, I still feel like I could do a lot better. Sometimes I feel like I'm putting way too much time into YouTube. It's becoming a full-time thing for me at this point, and I'm having to keep a day job. Yes. I agree with these things. It's still a full-time gig, but now it's also paying me full-time. As with earlier this year, this channel basically took the place of my old job. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon and anyone who has ever donated to me during my live streams and just donate in general. Seriously, y'all are all super special, awesome, number one. And still, if you haven't donated anything, watching my videos still helps. Subscribing to me helps. Leaving comments helps. So thank all of you for turning this dream of mine into a reality. It kind of feels weird to say I'm a floppy-eared fool for a living, but I love what I do. Sometimes it doesn't even feel real, like, I'm not worthy. I want to continue educating furries and newcomers to the fandom on all the awesome things our community has to offer. And you might think, oh yeah, that sounds all fine and dandy, but anyone can do that. But this stuff takes a lot of work, more than you might realize. It's a 7-day-a-week operation doing research, script writing, editing, filming, and interacting with my fans, supporters, and so on. So don't think it's just push record and out comes a polished 100% video. It is so much more than that. I wish I could make content faster and wish I had more free time sometimes. But let's continue. I need to get better at editing. I need to become faster. I need to become more efficient with my workflow. But I am getting better! Kind of! I got Premiere a few months ago, but I'm not exactly fluent in Premiere language just yet. My editing and production process needs some work. I finally got Adobe Premiere a few months ago, and I'm more or less a complete idiot with it. But it's a necessary change. I've relied on Vegas Pro since I first started learning how to make videos back in the dark ages. And let's just say it doesn't get along with my hardware. It's very glitchy, doesn't support GPU rendering with my hardware, and editing 4K video is just flat out impossible. But in Premiere, it's like the complete opposite. Everything from playback to effects and rendering are all so much faster, but I am far more skilled with Vegas Pro because of a different interface, different keyboard shortcuts, different everything. In Premiere, it's really overwhelming. I'm so used to doing things in a snap with Vegas Pro, but Premiere almost feels too powerful for me to understand. Why are there so many buttons and doodads and thingamabobs? I feel like I could launch a rocket ship to the potato galaxy or something with this thing. And what does the slip tool do? I could never figure out how to... Oh dear. It's like I'm operating a massive computer that can launch a rocket potato into outer space, and should I press the wrong button, the Earth is doomed. Sensory overload! But I'm gonna get better at it, I hope. And I'm slowly getting better with time management too. Slowly, as in, not fast enough! You're not helping, Sonic! Point is, I'm doing what I can. The good news is I have a lot more time to produce content now thanks to my patrons, supporters, and basically anyone who watches my content. The bad news is it takes even longer for me to produce better quality content. Never rush the art, perfection takes time, and Rome wasn't built in a day. You get the picture. I need to get back into making furry advice videos, as I previously mentioned. I actually enjoy making those types of videos the most because I've had people approach me at cons saying that my advice helped them in so many ways. That's what I love doing the most on this channel. And this still stands true today. It's my favorite type of content to produce. I love knowing my hard work is serving a purpose in one's life. Some people might balk at the idea of a floppy-eared Folf trying to educate people on fursuiting tips. But if those tips help them at some point in their life, or even provided entertainment value, that's a success in my book. My imaginary book of accomplishments and achievements that's like, this thin. Like, thinner than the thinnest sheet of toilet paper. Anyway. Oh yeah. I want to move to a better neighborhood one of these days when I can afford it. Hopefully sometime next year. Excuse me, could you play that again? I want to move to a better neighborhood one of these days. Yes! Oh Oh my god, I achieved one of my New Year's resolutions. Holy potato pancake, pepperoni pizza, Nintendo, Sony, Sega Genesis. I finally moved out of my god-awful neighborhood back in October, and my health has dramatically improved since then. Plus, everything in here works, and it doesn't reek of mold and mildew. It's like going from 240p to 8K Ultra Mega Hyper HD. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Lastly, something else I want to get back into, a certain creative hobby I used to be somewhat okay at doing. I don't know when I'll get back into it. I'll give you all a little hint. Well, I never got back into it. And I'm staring at that electric piano right now. Maybe someday, old friend. Maybe someday. I miss playing piano sometimes. It's hard to gather inspiration and motivation sometimes, you know? Picking up an old hobby that I'm beyond rusty with just leads me to frustration. But what I need to accept is I can easily relearn, or rather, remember what I once taught myself. I need to improve on my sleeping habits. I am also improving on this. It's not perfect. I still have the occasional night where my mind wants to determine who came up with the idea of cheddar and sour cream potato chips, but I am getting better about this. Seriously. I don't take as much sleeping medicine either, so big improvement. I need to lose weight too. All that pizza I've had lately isn't helping. Another resolution broken. Why is this the most common resolution, but also the hardest one to achieve? And grr, and all kinds of other confused noises. But let's get to the nitty-gritty. My New Year's resolution for 2019 that I will achieve no matter what the odds, no matter what Windows update gets in my way, is 4K. I know everyone's been cracking this joke for the last few years. You don't have to tell me, okay? But in all seriousness, I do hope to produce certain special videos in 4K. Premiere is so much faster with editing video in general, and it's impossible for me to do it in Vegas Pro, so maybe I'll play around more with that idea. But my real, unsugar-coated, 100% authentic New Year's resolution, or resolutions, is to do what I can to educate not only the furry community, but just people in general on the furry fandom. Basically what I've been trying to do for the last year, and do more collabs, and reach 50 or maybe 75,000 subscribers, maybe? Can we do that? And host more meets at cons, especially since my first one at MFF kind of failed. And spreading feel-good vibes because there's enough negativity in this world, so yeah. Deluxe special edition vibes. The vibes that make you feel all warm and gooey inside, like getting a hug from someone you love. But lastly, I want to focus on even more obscure topics and problems in the fandom that have yet to be discovered. How am I gonna do that? Simple. I'll travel into the future. So with that in mind, I thank you all so much for watching me, supporting me, encouraging me to continue producing content, and just being awesome. But yeah, I gotta go for now to see what the furry fandom is like in 10 years. I'm really curious as to how far we've gotten with fursuiting materials and things like movable jaws and animatronics and advanced fursuit cooling, which is a thing, but it's not affordable for most of us, including myself, so if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, maybe leave a comment, let me know what your New Year's resolutions are, and what would you like to see from me in 2019. And subscribe if you haven't, ring the little bell thingy, and keep an eye out for more new videos in January. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!